A good realtor will spend 3 hours a day calling. This is not your typical boring real estate show. This is real estate marketing redefined, uncensored, and unedited in what's working today in the market minus the fluff. This is Real Estate Marketing Dude, because just having a license isn't enough. Now please welcome your host, the unprofessional professional, Mike Cuevas.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Marketing Dude podcast. Folks, we are under quarantine right here, so what we're going to do is I'm actually broadcasting live on my balcony. So if you hear any birds chirping or dogs barking, it's because they really are, and that is not a sound effect. That is just how we roll in quarantine times. So who we're joined today, folks, we're going to get back to our regular show and whatnot, but who we're joined today by is we're going to talk Facebook ads. I'm going to get a call probably about a week or so ago. Someone's like, yeah, you got to talk to this guy. He knows a lot about Facebook ads. I'm like, all right, well, let's talk about Facebook ads that aren't frustrating today. Because I know you guys are thinking, a lot of you agents out there, lenders, whatever, this whole special ads category is a big pain in the ass. And I know a lot of your ads are getting rejected and it's giving you a lot of heartache, I guess. It's a pain in the butt. So we're going to go on and dispel that, as well as get some other types of Facebook type strategies, see how we can tie in video. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce our guest, Mr. Tristen Sutton. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, Mike. Thank you for having me on.
Why don't you go ahead and tell our listeners a little bit about whom you are, where you're at, and let's get on into this interview because I have a lot of questions for you.
Absolutely. I'm sure. So let's get into it. So Tristen Sutton, I'm a marketing consultant and strategist with a specific niche in Facebook ads. I help real estate agents attract and convert their target market. Also, how to use the Facebook ads to expand their brand, generate leads, and increase open house attendance, now virtual house attendance. So a little bit about me. I'm a consultant for Facebook. They've actually hired me and flown me to both of their headquarters, New York and California, to consult them on curriculum on their program called Level Up, where they teach entrepreneurs how to use Facebook ads. I'm a licensed contractor for Houston Association of Realtors, 39,000 real estate agents, and I'm their social media ads trainer and expert. I also train real estate agents how to use Facebook ads, and it allows them to get CE credit here in Texas, 5 hours. So that's a little bit about who I am.
That's cool. So you could actually take continuing education for stuff we're actually going to fucking use. You're telling me that? Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow,
and it's not just PowerPoint slides. Yeah. It's actual training.
One of the things I hated with CE is like you take these stupid classes and they're such a waste of time. I mean, it's just a racket for them to make more money. But that's cool that you're actually getting, that's what agents should be learning. It's like how to build their own brands, how to market themselves, like actually applicable stuff that we could use today. So let's get into this. Thank you for the background. So here's what I'm seeing right now. Let's address the elephant in the room with this whole special ads category with real estate agent ads. And honestly, because the name of my page is Real Estate Marketing Dude, I get flagged all the time. And I'm targeting realtors. I'm not even trying to sell a house. But real estate marketing automatically gets flagged. And it's like trying to get somebody to pick up the phone over there and get a call back. This is not going to happen. So talk to us a little bit. Talk us off the edge on this special ads category thing.
Yeah, so just like we're having to deal with right now during this pandemic and this quarantine, we have to adapt to the platform and the environment. So yes, they've taken a lot of the targeting away. You can basically only do 18, 65 plus, 15-mile radius, et cetera, et cetera. But as a realtor, you do need to use that special ad category. I've literally seen someone's ad account shut down after they tried to make 3 ads and did not check that box. What we need to do now, though, is be very creative and strategic with retargeting. So what we need to do is cast a big net, that's that 15-mile radius, and really speak to your audience. Are you a first-time home buyer, veteran, looking to rent, so on and so forth? Identify your audience and then let them self-select. What I mean by raise their hand. Let them either click the link or watch the video or engage with your lead form. So now what happens is now we get into retargeting. So we cast that big net, then we get a barrel of fish, and it's always easier to fish in a barrel than in a whole ocean. So now we really put our emphasis on those people that have self-selected by either clicking, watching, or engaging with our content online. So that is what I'm teaching realtors right now on how to navigate through these, blocked waters right now.
Totally. And well, let me ask you this, because you just said the C word, content. Realtors, you guys might have to start creating your own damn content.
There's no mic.
Nowadays. Like
There's no mic.
every business has to. Like I was trying to explain this to somebody. Everyone's like, so how do you measure an ROI on video and all that? I'm like, honestly, it's very tough. Like it's hard to measure an ROI on video, but at the same time, you can't afford not to have it, especially in a lot in real estate agents, because you are the brand, guys, not the brokerage that you work for. Let me give you guys a different way to think about this because he's exactly right. Let's put it into a football analogy. And let's use the play action. Like when we have to, why do they do the play action? You do the play action to set up the pass. So you do handoff, and then you set up the pass. Well, the reason why it's no differently with the content you create. You create content, put it in front of your audience, and the people who do raise their hands are probably more likely or willing to listen to what the hell you have to say than the ones who didn't initially. So what type of content are we talking about? And let's go through some of those, because a lot of the agencies in the real estate space typically in previous years have just used lists to get click here to get the 5 new construction neighborhoods that aren't on the market. But is that still working? Or are you starting to see that fade a little bit? Are you starting to see more of a content marketing approach applied to Facebook for real estate agents?
I believe in the time we're in right now, video is going to be king or queen.
You hear that, folks? You hear that? Did you hear that?
And that was not a plug for him. It's a fact, but it ties into what he does. Video is the dominant medium right now because all the myriad of benefits. So people do business with them they know, like, and trust. So if I just post a picture or a listicle, like you said, I don't get to know, like, and trust Mike. I get to see you, get familiar with you. But if you run a video to me, I get to hear your voice, see how you engage. So I get to kind of know you, maybe even like you a little bit. The other benefits are the retargeting. Most people don't know this. If you run a video from your business page or an ad, if people watch a certain percentage of that, you can retarget them. So let's look from a psychological standpoint. People watch at least half of your video. They're halfway interested in what you had to say and heard half of what you said. So they get to know, like, trust you a little bit quicker. So video is really going to be your dominant force and tool right now in this new pandemic.
And it seems to be that it's more of, I remember, this is like 2012-ish, give or take, but you used to just be able to run CMA ads and like just be like, hey, what's your home worth? Because no one was running ads back then. And you get a ton of leads, but it's no longer a lead generation type platform, in my opinion. I don't think you could just go out there and just fish for leads anymore. You have to have step 2, step 3, step 4. You got to have the retargeting game going on. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So the days of just posting and hoping or just putting ads out there and one click gets you a lead are gone, because this is too inundated right now. There's over, I think, 6 million people advertising on Facebook and Instagram. So you really need that retargeting strategy. It's kind of like a funnel. So you can use a video funnel to get people to know, like, and trust you and build them further down. So maybe you do a video of who you are, 5 tips to sell your home quickly. And then when the people that watch that video or maybe click on your link, now they get this free PDF guide of whatever content you want to put out there applies to you. Then once they download that, then maybe that's an ad that says, hey, schedule a call for a consultation or virtual tour. So you can use videos to build that funnel to help you get more transactions.
It's like dating, guys. No one's going to go home with you on the first night, like unless you got some really killer game. But let's be honest, you don't got that killer game. It's going to be once in a lifetime.
Exactly.
So, you got to play the dating game. But we're getting a lot of ads being rejected. They have nothing to do with real estate per se. So we do a lot of, for example, community videos. They might be doing a business owner interview with like a bar or a community highlight. Maybe they're highlighting a foundation or a charity in their neighborhood or a neighborhood tour. It's not really real estate related, but those are still getting rejected. Should you say just because their page is flagged as a real estate agent page that no matter what type of ad, no matter what type of content, should they be clicking the special ads category?
So my page is public figure. I'm not a real estate agent, but I run ads to realtors. And so probably 7 out of 10 of my ads get flagged. Like, hey, you're not using special category.
Right.
And out of those 7, I will appeal. 5 of them will get approved. So it's pretty much everybody. I think Facebook is still working out the kinks and the nuances. It's probably don't look for a solution real soon, since all of the world is probably now home on Facebook, so they have their other problems. Yep. But I believe that's something they will work on.
And here, let me ask you this question. So like I when I was practicing, I'm no longer in Chicago, but I was in Chicago, and I could tell you that if you go 15-mile radius, like from Michigan Avenue, you're in the hood, you're in the South Hood, you're in the West Hood. So that's a big issue. Like if I'm marketing traditionally, like let's just put this in the context. So I used to work downtown Chicago, so I'm Lincoln Park, right? So the house is worth like $800,000. Great. 3 miles away, you're in the hood. Like so a 15-mile radius, like I'm almost in the suburbs.
Yeah.
So I think it plays. Chicago is a dense market. I could see in more of a rural area it not being as big of a deal. But what other than the 15-mile radius and what was the other rule? 15-mile for a special ads category?
15-mile radius, all ages, all gender. Yeah, 1865 plus. So you're going to catch some 100-year-olds, 105-year-olds in there as well.
Is there anything else to layer the targeting on that you would suggest? Is there anything else anyone could do other than just basically it's farming at this point?
Yeah, so essentially you can do languages or you can still do limited interest. So if they're engaging, like one of the top ones is first-time home buyer program, first-time grant, renting. You can also do luxury homes. So you can target people who've engaged with luxury listings or luxury homes on the internet and Facebook.
Got it.
But to answer your question about the 15-mile radius, that's where we have to get really creative with our calling out our target market. So yes, you may be in that 15-mile radius where you're in the luxury to the hood. But if you have an image of a nice luxury home, chances are the person from that low-income environment is not going to click on that ad, right? They see this nice, big, huge house.
Well, they do. They troll them, which actually could probably help the engagement a little bit.
It might help with the algorithm a little bit, but
it might
probably
help the algorithm. Yeah, but exactly. it probably makes some interesting content. So walk us through then. Okay, I get it. Walk us through so what should an agent be doing like right now? Do you suggest a little bit of community ads or real estate content, and then walk them through for people that don't understand, like let's visualize, let's walk them through the journey, right? A little bit more of the funnel, like ad 1, then ad 2, then ad 3 potentially. So ad 1 would be like, what's the best type of attention grabbing ad to a cold audience? Like what type of headlines, what type of content, what type of content should people be creating to stop a scroll and get attention on Facebook?
Yeah, I call it cause to pause. So you know better than I do. That depends on the market and the agent, right? So if I'm marketing luxury, I need to make sure I identify some key luxury points. If I'm marketing middle class or something in that area, I need to identify those points that's going to resonate with that audience. So ad 1, let's go with luxury. I'm going to do a video tour of this luxurious home and the key points that's going to cause the pause or stop the scroll. So quick video tour of the home. Hi, this is Tristen Sutton. I'm your agent. I specialize in luxury listings. And if you're looking to move into the Highland Park area of XYZ neighborhood, I'd love to schedule a call with you. Click the link below. 30 seconds or less. Boom. Yeah.
Let's go into how you tie a brand into that now. That's great. So let's do attention getting from the very beginning, folks. And you're a Facebook ad strategist, and this stat came from Facebook. So they said 75%, 74% of people decide whether they're going to watch your video in the first 10 seconds. Is that accurate?
I heard 3. I actually heard 3 seconds, yeah.
Okay, so first 3. So let's think of how would you stop the scroll on that attention, right? It'd be like, this is what a $3 million man cave looks like right off the bat.
Pretty good.
But a dude would be like that, right? Like that would be how you take your brand into that, because that's how I would portray it. But if I was a suit and tie, you could say the same thing, but in your way. Right.
So maybe I can cater to the people that want the luxury home because they want to be socialites and hosts. Hey, are you looking for the perfect home within 3 minutes of downtown and entertain your family? Boom.
Yeah, like sitting on your. So now then just if you're looking for the social, let's just do how I would change the attention getter off the bat. I would probably be in the entertaining area, and I would be like, "This is the best place to have a dinner party ever."
Absolutely.
And now I just switched my brand to be more of higher end, but I'm really saying the same thing. Like a dude would be like, "This is the best man cave ever," or "Have you ever drinking a beer with this view before?" Like that's how I would start it out. And you guys, like, can you please tell the listeners here how important it is to have personality and persona in their content? Because a lot of people are just square. You know that. Like they're like, "Hey, I've been in the business for 25 fucking years. No one gives a shit, dude." Like, talk to us a little bit about that, because you see the ads, like what works and what doesn't work. Because I'm trying to tell people that you got to be personal, dude. Boring doesn't work, and professional doesn't work either anymore. Not at social, I think, but I want to hear your opinion on that.
Yeah, so it's exactly what you said. You got to look at the platform you're on. We're on social media, so people are not in a business mindset. We're not talking LinkedIn. We're talking about where people go and look at cat videos and try to figure out what's going on with Joe Exotic and those tigers. So people aren't in that professional mindset, so you can be a little bit more yourself. And we all know this in sales. People do business where they know, like, and trust. So if they don't like you because you're stiff and boring, then you're going to miss out on transaction opportunities. So put a little persona in there. You can still keep it professional, depending on your brand, but make sure that you can resonate with your audience. So that's my recommendation.
Folks, people only retain 10% of what comes out of your mouth. So quit worrying what the hell you actually say and worry more about how you're saying it. It's so important. Because the biggest thing I get with people is like, I'm going to look stupid. Or the best is like, they're like, I hate the way my voice sounds. It's like, dude, you sound like that every fucking day. Like, imagine what your spouse thinks of you. Like the truth is that that's just who we are. And we're so hard on ourselves. Like when we see ourselves for the first time, but you guys aren't human if you're not hard on yourself and you see yourself for the first time on video.
You know, a good example would be one I use. I believe in using Audacity in my marketing. So with my retargeting, if they click on my online training course link, I'll have a retargeting ad that has me looking at my phone saying, hey, I saw that you clicked on my link but didn't buy my course. What happened? So that kind of gets people like, wow, this guy really knows what he's doing. Maybe I should check it out.
That's how I have one that I'm like, dude, are you mad at me? Like, dude, what are you mad at me? You don't like dudes? I'm doing actually, before I got on with you, I was working on my funnel because I got nothing else to do right now. So I'm like tweaking a lot of the funnel, and I'm going through a lot of my old videos and redesigning it. Very, very interesting. What do you, let's get back to the different types of content to post. Let's give them a couple of ideas. So let's do cold audience content, and then let's follow up with how the warm would follow up on that. So let's do some like hypothetical situations because I think people understand that as we tell the story. So first initial content for Facebook has to be like, if we're going to talk real estate content, what about how to sell your house without hiring a real estate agent?
That would be very intriguing. I think you get a lot of clicks on that.
But here's the average agent though. Here's what they think. Why would I tell them how to not sell my house without me?
Exactly. Exactly.
Dude, here. I wrote a course on my old site. You guys could visit it. Go rip it off. ChicagoRealEstateDude.com. And go look up the how to sell your house without an agent. And anytime I had a for sale by owner, I didn't try to talk him into listing with me. I was like, here, let me just show you how to sell your house on your own. And I would just overwhelm them with content. Gave them the contracts, gave them everything. Folks, 82% of them end up folding in listing with an agent. So don't try to talk someone into buying your shit that doesn't want to buy your shit. Instead, help them not buy your shit, and they'll remember you for that more than anything. And you could follow up with them, asking them if they found out how to do your job without you. That's a lot more effective for conversion than trying to like convince someone into buying or selling your shit. How about how to buy and sell a house at the same time and not be homeless in between closings?
That's very intriguing. Another one is client testimonials. This is something that it's actually a pet peeve of mine. So when I'm seeing people post at their closings, they are in a title company with the title company sign front and behind them. Why not stand behind the title company's big sign, but then have your branded content on here? Totally. So why you already got them there with a phone in front of them with a camera, why not just say, can you give me a quick video testimonial? Hey, I had a great time closing with Mike. He helped me get my deal done in less than 30 days. I highly recommend it. Boom. So now that video can be used as a retargeting ad. You can post it on all of your platforms. So you can get so much out of those testimonials, because look at it. We don't go anywhere and eat without probably looking at Yelp or Google. So people aren't going to buy their biggest purchase without probably looking at some type of review. So that same video can help you and use it for multi-purposes.
Totally. You guys, and that's just a checklist. Like that's a transactional checklist. Like it's so easy to snap the picture, and he's right. Like quit posting just sold, just listed. No one cares how much money you made today. No, especially when your client's on the receiving end of that. Like you act like your clients aren't friends with you on social media and they're on the other end of the sold. They feel like a piece of fucking meat. Like don't do that. Like that's bad communication, isn't it? Am I wrong? Think about it. Like if you were just closed, aren't you like, that guy's sort of a dick? Like that's just how we are. Like people, you could be perceived that way. It's not worth it, you guys. You could do the same thing just by telling the HGTV story. This 78-year-old homeowner just got a 2-bedroom house and they're saving $900 a month and they're still owning on a reverse mortgage. Here's how. You could go ahead and tell the story just like HGTV does. Quit bragging about how much damn money you made. Sounds cheesy. You look cheesy. You're hurting your own brand. Damn it.
What he said.
All right. So know that. I like that. I like the case study. That's social proof. Remember what someone else says about your brand, you guys, is more powerful than anything you'll ever say about it. Like I hate selling my own shit. I would like Tristen to be like, go buy Mike's stuff. He did earlier. You guys catch that? I reinforced it. But I don't want to say go buy Mike's stuff.
I'm kind of like that too. when people like try to introduce me, that's why I kind of stuttered over my intro. It's like, I play on Facebook and get paid.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
So what do you think's coming up? So what should agents do in terms of Facebook? Facebook ads have changed, I think, for the real estate since this special ads category has come about. But video view ads are still cheap. I was trying to spend $25 a day. I can't. Seriously.
Yeah,
I went up to $100. I went up to $100 a day, and I can't even spend.
Yeah. So I read an article that basically a lot of companies are dropping out of Facebook ads right now because people aren't buying. We don't have the uncertainty. So right now it's the best time to buy ads because they're cheap and everybody's home.
Right. That's what I'm doubling down. I'm doubling down on the ad spend right now. So yeah, I mean I think right now, what do you think with all the attention and the eyeballs sit at home? If you're an agent, like remember, these people are going to buy or sell something in the future. So you guys have to go ahead and get all that stuff, take advantage of that.
You just gave me a great idea for an ad. Are you now realizing that your home is too small and you need to upgrade? Now's the perfect time. Schedule this tour.
Yeah.
Because everybody's at home and you're feeling like cramped in.
Actually, so are you sick of your small cramped ass house right now?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a great ad. That'd probably get a couple chuckles.
I think you get some clicks on that one. You get some conversations.
It's very cool. Well, dude, this is very, very, very much insightful. Any other closing tips, advice, anything you want to give to anybody?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to give a freemium away on here, but
of course, I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor, and you can tell people how to find you and whatnot.
Gotcha. Got the kids in the background.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to text TYPES types to 31996, I have a free e-guide that gives you the 4 types of ads every agent should be running now. So that's types TYPES to 31996, and you'll be able to download that free guide. You can follow me on Facebook at Tristen Sutton, TRSTEN SUTTON, or go to my website, TristenSuttonConsulting.com. But I'm really passionate about helping entrepreneurs, specifically real estate agents, expand their brand and get more transactions, especially with this time right now. So I'd love to help you all out.
Awesome, dude. I appreciate it, dude. And I appreciate you guys for listening to another episode of the Real Estate Marketing Dude Quarantined podcast. Folks, go ahead and honestly create content. The world is not ending. Right now, you have the opportunity to actually double down, generate a lot of attention around your brand because people will remember you in the future. And Tristan's right. People are sitting at home right now doing nothing. And the one that they see the most is the one that they give into the fastest. Don't forget that, folks, especially in a referral-dominated business. Your face needs to be everywhere around your community because at the end of the day, you're nothing more than a tourism guide for your community. At least on social media you are. And that's how you be everywhere all the time. So I appreciate you guys listening to another episode of the Real Estate Marketing Dude podcast. Go ahead and follow us on social media. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, therealestatemarketingdude.com, and keep your comments coming in. We'll see you guys next week with another episode. I appreciate you guys watching. Stay safe and learn a new skill during this time. Don't sit on your ass and do nothing. Learn a new skill, adapt it, and watch what happens by the time we get out of this mess. I'll see you guys all later, and we appreciate you. Peace.
Today's episode may be over, but we have plenty more to keep you busy. To get your complete blueprint for building out a real marketing plan for your real estate business, head over to realestatemarketingdude.com and see if you have what it takes to really become more than just a typical agent. Are you the next real estate marketing dude? Find out here next time on Real Estate Marketing Dude.